Hello everyone! I am here to talk about something really important, something that could easily change how we find ways to make any place feel like home. But before I do that, let me backtrack a little. My name is Maria and I'm a product design and graphic design student at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Currently, for my product design major, I am taking a studio class where my professor introduced this concept called pathways. I had honestly never heard it before as a design concept, so naturally I went online and tried to research it a bit. This didn't really help much because somehow there weren't really plenty of results. Personally, I had enough information from lectures to understand it and benefit from this learning. But then I thought, what about everyone else? So I am here for two reasons: to explain what pathways are and to explain how to make them in temporary spaces. Pathways are essentially connections, however you understand them, that help us make home through our interactions not only with the space, but with what we find and bring into it. They're those small things that help turn any house into a home. But let me try to speak visually here. Close your eyes for a moment and try to think about home, wherever that is. It might be really loud because your roomies are loud, or really quiet because you live alone. It probably smells like something too. Do you have that image in your head? Great. So now think about a time when you went on vacation, maybe spent a day at a hotel, or maybe even a relative's house. Did it feel the same as home? The answer is probably no. Why? Because of pathways. In these spaces, you don't really have any routines or rituals in place. You don't have that signature scent or that thing that makes you think, I'm home. To this date, I have lived in 8 different homes without counting those I've lived in after coming to college. And although it has been tricky, I have, ever since I was a little girl, somehow found myself creating pathways in all of these homes. Whether that is drinking tea by the window, stretching on the floor, or even pacing around my room while working on other tasks. Pathways can be considered rituals or routines that make you feel at home. They're really helpful for people like me who move around constantly, college students who oftentimes move within their campus several times, and people in general who haven't really made their houses feel like homes just yet. It honestly took me a while to figure out my own pathways because they're not always super evident. They can be found in the really small things you do on a daily basis, or even those things you do just once in a while. Visuals, smells, and the feeling of the environment all come to play when creating these pathways. But because I know this is not really easy to visualize, and this doesn't help you get any closer at identifying your own pathways, I have developed a set of questions that will hopefully help you identify your own. Starting with number 1. What is the one thing you look forward to when you're getting home? When you finally get there, what does it smell like? Is it sweet? Is it salty? Is it fruity? And if you think about this one a little bit more thoroughly, is it the space itself that smells like something, or is it the people in it and their personal belongings? So let's say the smell of their perfume or cologne, or even their detergent. Think about this one for a little, and if need be, feel free to stop this video. Now let's think about sound. Is it loud or is it quiet? Are the sounds made by objects or by people? Oftentimes, we feel identified with certain sounds because they remind us of good memories and good experiences. For example, I feel at home when I hear wind chimes, which actually my current neighbor has. And it's because when I lived in the Dominican Republic, one of my neighbors had them, and growing up I heard them all the time. Identifying these kind of sounds in your home can help you with finding those that you can replicate later on in other places so that you can make any place feel like home. Sometimes pathways can also be found in your favorite part of the home. So, for example, I love sunlight, so I love sitting by exactly this spot so that I can watch the sun go down. Can you identify your favorite part of your home? Are there any specific objects in this space that bring you joy and that make you feel better? And finally, if you have ever spent a day away from home, when you're back home, what is the one thing that makes you think, I'm back? Is that one thing part of a ritual or routine? It's okay if you do not have the answers to all of these questions, as they're just meant to guide you in a direction of self-reflection. However, if you were able to answer any of them, hopefully they were able to help you identify things in your home that you have a deeper connection to and that help you feel at home. Those things are what I have been talking about, their pathways. But now that you know them, I bet you're wondering, what do I do now? Well, lucky for you, identifying them was the hard part. The only thing you have to do now is figure out which one of those is transferable. So for example, I might find great joy in reading in my attic because it makes me feel great, it has a great ambience. Well, my attic is not something I can transfer over to a new place. So from the questions I just asked, try to identify those you can take anywhere with you. After you've done that, you're pretty much done. Now you just have to go to that new place and make it your own. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today and that you're able to make your house into a home. Have a great day.